but there's a very, very common phenomenon known as slop on the internet. Why is everyone so obsessed with this? You know, you hear phrases like goon slop, AI slop, poke slop, dive slop, hetero slop, yaoi slop, yuri slop. There's a slop of everything. Y'all niggas need to slop on a job application. Niggas be concerned so much with slop on the internet, but not concerned about slop in their daily lives. And mind you, niggas are so concerned about this slop phenomenon, but here's the dumbass issue with that. My brother in Christ, you're consuming it. All the time, it'd be situations where people will be like, yo, I don't like how this one thing is becoming a repetitive pattern. But if you know anything about pattern recognition, you know that patterns come and go. So to call it slop is basically, in this day's equivalent, just saying that you don't like the current pattern of going on right now. We're in having a conversation with someone who knows a lot about fashion bag. Nigga said, yeah, there's a lot of baggy slop in the fashion industry right now. Can you please tell me what the hell that even means? Like, I understand that every term, like, imaginable has been made up, but a lot of these terms don't make a lot of sense to me personally. Usually Twitter. I see this mostly on Twitter. Obsessed with calling things slop when really they could just say, I don't like this thing. But that's the issue. Everything needs to be rage bait. Everything needs to be engagement farming, you know? Nothing can ever have nuance or things of that nature, or just saying, I don't like this thing. All it is just saying, yo, I think that everyone who enjoys this thing is morally inferior to me. Using this logic, let's make up a couple of terms right quick for anime fighter slop, you know, fighting game slop, shooting game slop, live service slop. You know, you could just keep going. You could just put slop upon everything, and for whatever context you're talking about, it can for some reason make sense to these dumbass niggas. Yes, it makes sense, but it's like when you really deep it, it's really just saying, I don't like this genre of thing. Battle Royale slop, you know, kid slop, friend slop. They said friend slop. They said games that you can play with your friends is considered friend slop. What are we talking about right now? Biggest issue amongst all of it is the fact that they're using this as an opportunity to demonize anything niggas may enjoy in any shape or form. Now, it'd be different if it's like something like AI, you know, like generative AI. If you use that in any shape or form, you're probably mentally inferior to a Neanderthal. It's genuinely like probably the definition of slop. We're not going to have clean drinking water in about 2 to 3 years as an entire globe because you niggas want to make AI fruit Love Island fucking videos on TikTok. I've seen screenshots of it on Twitter basically saying, yo, if you watch this, I'm morally superior to you. And honestly, I agree. There's no shape or form where someone should be genuinely, like, actually, like, emotionally and intentively invested in a reality show for fucking fruit that has been AI generated. I'd give niggas the pass if it was some shit like, yo, I actually took the time to draw out, voice act, write, and script an entire fucking, an entire situation regarding fruits, like in terms of a reality TV show. If for whatever reason niggas did that, I give niggas the pass. I watched The Amazing Digital Circus. Other niggas have placed that term as, get ready for this one, called it indie slop. I'm so serious. They called Glitch Productions, the YouTube channel that specializes in indie animation, indie slop. You cannot make this up anymore. They're purely just saying anything. Even if you wanted to ignore that aspect for like a split second, I believe that people are so obsessed with calling things slop. I've probably already said this in the video at this point, but genuinely, because y'all for some reason can never just have something in just a nuanced tank. It can never be just, I don't like this thing. Like, if you talk about basketball right now, they're probably going to call the Boston Celtics 3-point slop because they chuck fucking 30,000 threes a game. You know, the Boston Celtics probably actually earned that nickname if niggas were actually going to call them that, mainly because of the fact that they do actually chuck a lot of fucking threes is actually getting ludicrous. But that's neither here nor there. The main issue is that a lot of you don't know how to have a conversation that doesn't involve dunking on somebody. Y'all are very obsessed with dunking on somebody. Hey, editor Dev here. I guess I should explain my dunking on bit. Basically in the debate sphere, you know, you got folks like Destiny, well, that's the only debate bro that I know who streams, or the Ben Shapiro's, or that wave of debate bro on the internet has caused people to treat conversations as if it's this argument that you need to embarrass the other person in, instead of just having a conversation. I believe this is one of the effects of it, basically saying that, like, yo, the fact that these people are not able to have a conversation that can't just like get middle ground and understanding the other person. It's no, I have to prove you wrong. And if I have to embarrass you in order to do so, then so be it. And I believe that the term slop, whenever it's used for any context that we refer to, is mainly a product of that phenomenon. Not necessarily that niggas just like actually dunking on people, knowing that 90% of the population cannot dunk a basketball, because I know for some reason there's going to be somebody who for some reason interprets it that way. And the debate bro aspect of the internet is kind of where it's seeping in to just calling things slop to try to demean things and try to minimize things for what they actually are. And I think that's very much, I wouldn't say important, but it's very much dangerous when it comes to the grand landscape of how I actually have a conversation about things that you care about and love, whether it's photography, filmography, art, you know, just in any shape or form, video games, books, movies, TV shows, you know, fucking gum, you know, fucking gum, Funko Pops, you know, like you could go on and on. Fucking Amazon Echo Dots. They're going to start calling this fucking AI companion slop in the next 10 years if more companies end up making more of these shits. That's how bad this is getting, bro. Call this DD figurine figurine slop in the next 10 years if this trend keeps starting to rise. If you get me started on the off-brand Legos that niggas call Lego slop, I've already seen it. Like somehow it already seeped into the Lego community. These niggas are draining y'all and beating y'all down with hammers with how much money you have to spend just to get a fucking one-piece Lego set, and you're calling it Lego slop for an off-brand Lego set to give you a Dr. Doom figure piece. We have to get real. With that being said, if you liked this video and you liked me ramble about things, be sure to like the video and subscribe. And if you somehow made it all the way here, I just want you to put crispy slop at the end of the video. I'm trying to become more consistent on the channel because, you know, my dumb ass is not consistent in anything that I do in life. You know, it's been about 4 weeks since I hit the gym consistently, but that's neither here nor there. Self-depreciation jokes aside. Please, once again, like the video if you have not already. I'm actually very, very adamant that y'all actually like the video. I get a lot of views on my shit, but not a lot of people liking it, so it kind of helps. I know I'm begging, but fuck it. You're gonna get annoyed of this, and I don't care. Yes, I'm going to be begging for likes. If you haven't deep fried, is that a new one? Chat, is that a new one? Deep fried the like button? Let me know if we liking that. Because, you know, crispy crew, you know, deep fry something until it's crispy. Let me cook, you know. If you haven't deep fried the like button right now, be sure to go ahead and drop it in there. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, but also be sure to follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/DevinCrispy. Yes, there is no I in there on purpose. However, I might change that sooner or later. In the meantime, y'all be sure to have a fantastical day. Follow the Twitter down below for more updates on the channel and other things. I talk about other things, you know, cosplay is coming soon. You know, you didn't hear that from me. But be sure to go ahead and follow all that, subscribe to all of that, you know, things of that nature. And if there's any links that I forgot about, I'm definitely going to put it in the description. Don't bother with Instagram. My shit's suspended right now. That's a long story. Y'all have a good one.